Okay, so once you have finished coloring your Picasso portrait, that means there shouldn't really be any white area except for maybe some white teeth or the white in the eye. Everything should be blended. It can go outside of these lines because we are going to cut it out. So just make sure that everything is blended. You have multiple colors in the face, and before cutting it, we are going to outline it in oil pastel. I have all of these oil pastels sorted. You're going to go over every line. This will give a nice bold black outline all around your portrait. Any areas that are too small to get to with oil pastel, you can go ahead and just use a Sharpie. And a lot of students forget to do the pupil of the eye, the middle part. That's a black dot. They forget to do that black. You want to make sure that's nice and dark. That way you don't look like a zombie. This is abstract, but I do not want you to look like a zombie. So once you have finished outlining this whole portrait, go ahead and cut it out. So I'm just going to cut it out right now. And that black oil pastel also really helps to cover up any mistakes. So areas that blended together accidentally that you did not want to blend together, that'll cover that up too. This is going to be glued onto black paper, so I'm just cutting on the edge of the oil pastel, but it doesn't necessarily have to all stay on there. Just don't want to see any of the white paper. When I cut, I'm always moving the page with my left hand and cutting away from me with my right hand. And for time's sake, I'm just going to leave his spiky hair like that, but you obviously will not make it that sloppy. Once you're finished, you're going to get a piece of black paper like this. And if your portrait was way too small and there's a lot of extra space around the black paper, then I can go ahead and trim that with my paper cutter, but you can glue it on first and then bring it up to me to trim. Sorry, I just can't stand that white area here. So I'm going to glue mine a little bit above this border line, and we're using glue bottles since I do not have any glue sticks left. And make sure you do not face this down here to glue, because that is going to get some yucky, dirty chalk pastels on your clean black paper. So I'm just going to lightly outline my entire portrait, and then a couple dots in the middle. Don't want your glue spilling out. And I'm going to put it right here. And then if you need me to, I can trim it for you with my paper cutter. So you can glue it on, and I'll trim it. The last step, just like with our spirit animal, we're going to get these strips of paper and we're going to create a border. So you can get 3 to 4 colors of paper. I'm folding it so that whatever shape I create, I'm just going to have to draw and cut one time. And then when I cut it out, I will have 6 identical ones. So I'm going to do a diamond, and I'll do another diamond. And I'm not good at cutting on the lines, so I'm just doing this so you guys can see what it should look like. All right, so there's just diamond number 1. And diamond number 2. So automatically I have a bunch of the exact same shapes duplicated, and they're exactly the same. So with my next color of paper, maybe I'll do an oval or a circle or something else, and you can create a pattern. There's a lot of colors to choose from. When you glue these on, again, I don't have glue sticks, so maybe lay it out. Make sure that there's enough time in the class, and you can begin gluing. All you need to do is put a single dot of glue on here. We're just gluing paper to paper. not metal to glass or something that's extremely heavy. And then maybe I'll put some other shapes in between them. Just make a nice pattern. All right, when you've finished everything, then you can turn your paper over and using a white pencil, write your name and your class period. 8A, 8B, 2A, 2B, whatever it is. And this goes on the drying rack once it's finished.